In this video, we are going to learn how to determine the slope of a line using this amazing trick called the slope formula. So we know how to find the slope between points using a graph. For example, I can easily plot the point 5, 1, which is right here, and the point negative 5, 4, which is right here. I would connect these points with a line, and I would measure the rise and the run to determine the slope, right? Easy. There were like 3 videos on that. Go back and watch them. But what if? What if I asked you the exact same question and instead I made the graph disappear? And I simply asked you to find the slope between points without a graph. So this is when we use this great trick called the slope formula. So the slope formula says to determine the movement, the m, the slope between points, we would take y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I know that sounds crazy because there's y's and x's, but think of x1, y1 as the first ordered pair you get, and x2, y2 as the second ordered pair that you're given. You could also look at it like this. One of the points on the graph would be called x1, y1. The other point on the graph would be x2, y2. So you would take y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so it basically looks like this. You would be filling in numbers in the y2, y1, x2, and x1 locations depending on what your ordered pair was. Okay, I think we're ready to practice. Let's look at an example. We have to find the slope between the points negative 2, 0 and the point 4, 4. So remember your slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to start by remembering that this is my first ordered pair. So this is x1, y1. And this is the second ordered pair. So this is x2, y2. If I had a third ordered pair, like if we were doing 3D graphing, there would be x3, y3. And that is absolutely a thing, for real. Google it, coming soon to a math class near you. But for now, let's calculate the slope between these 2 points. Using the formula, y2 is 4, y1 is 0, x2 is also 4, and x1 is negative 2. So to calculate the slope, I have to do 4 minus 0 over 4 minus negative 2. Now remember, subtracting a negative means that this becomes plus, so my slope is actually 4/6, which can be reduced to 2/3. That tells me that on a graph, this would go up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. And those would be my points on the line. So it's your turn. You could either go to my MCPS Classroom or your Google Drive and try the practice questions with me. This is a great time to pause the video and go get the work, and we'll try it together. But go ahead and pause. Even though I know some of you aren't pausing, some of you are just going to keep going, and that's okay. So let's practice finding the slope. Remember, this is my first ordered pair, x1, y1. This is my second ordered pair, x2, y2. So to find the slope, the movement, I'll do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 4 minus 1 is 3. Negative 5 minus 3 more would be negative 8. So my slope is 3 over negative 8, which means that my slope is negative. This line goes down 3 over 8. And we can actually use a graph to check our answer. If I graphed a point at 3, 1, and one at -5, 4. You'll see that for sure I go down 3 and over 8, and that would be my line. Are you going to pause the video before you do the next one? Are you seriously just going to watch me do it? Come on, man. Pause the video. Pause the video. Try the next one on your own. Okay, let's try it together. Let's find the slope between -4, -1, and 2, -4. Our formula asks for y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that's going to be my slope, my movement. -4 minus -1 is like -4 plus 1, so -3. And 2 minus -4 is like 2 plus 4, so 6. So my slope is -3/6, which can be reduced to -1/2. So if you look at it, you could totally see that this goes down 3 over 6. But you can also see that it goes down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, and that's the same thing. Okay, we're going to try a few without a graph because like we don't need it anymore. Let's find the slope between these 2 points. Remember the formula, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So we will need to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So my slope is, let's see, -4 minus 5 is -9. -3 minus -3 is -3 plus 3, which is 0. Oh no, oh no, there's a 0 in the denominator. That means that this slope is undefined. If I were to graph these 2 points, look at how the 2 points have the same x value. That means that on a coordinate plane, they would both be right on top of each other. So like -3, 5 is up here, and -3, -4 is down here. That line is a vertical line, and vertical lines have undefined slope. If you don't remember, go watch video number 1. Let's try another one. Let's find the slope between these 2 points. Remember, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's my slope formula. So my slope would be 4 minus 0 over 5 minus -1. 4 minus 0 is 4. 5 minus -1 is like 5 plus 1, or 6. So my slope is 4/6 or 2/3. And that is the slope of this line. Well, friends, today we talked a little bit about the slope formula. And the slope formula is what you used when you need to find the slope between 2 points and you don't have a graph. Don't forget, your first ordered pair is called x1, y1. Your second ordered pair is called x2, y2, and you do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to determine the slope between lines. So that's the slope formula. Thank you so much for watching. Your next step is to go back to my MCPS classroom and look for the next activity. And if you don't know how to do it, remember that you can always Google the slope formula or go to Khan Academy and practice the slope formula. Thanks, everybody. Catch you next time.